a very important day, not only for this government, but for the people of St. Maarten in general. We have waited way too long on many promises that have been made over the years to address certain pressing matters in our community. We have seen weeks go by with reports every week of robberies in town, one of which resulted not too long ago, not too far from here, in the death of one of our officers. We don't want to say that it took the death of an officer. We want to say it took this government to be in office at this point in time for this to happen. Once we were sworn in, once the agreement was signed for this government to be in office, we made a list of priorities that we would want realized, even though the government was there only for 9 months. And we cannot do everything that a government would do in a 4-year period. But we have come together as coalition, we have come together as government to do as much as possible that we can do. Not too far from here, we have the new government building that is being completed, and we hope to move into that as soon as possible. This afternoon, we have another project of the reconstruction of a school, the Prince William Alexander School, that has been long overdue. And tomorrow, the Justice Minister will be inviting you to another event that marks another important development. But the focus here today, and the reason for you being here, is for the inauguration of the long-awaited camera project. There are some who would want to say it dates back to 2010. There are those who would say it dates back to the 1990s. And there are those who might say it dates back even before that. But talking about it and not getting it done is just as good as not talking about it at all. This government did not have to talk about it. This government basically did what the proverb says, you know, the proverbial, put your money where your mouth is. There is so much and no more that government can spend, and this is one of the priority areas that government felt it was responsible, it was important to put our money. The safety and security of our people is important, and one can argue, and I'm sure there are those who present probably right now on the blogs saying, what about my area, what about this area, what about that area? Important is that we begin, and today is a beginning. With the inauguration here this afternoon, we will have phase 1, which the minister and others will explain exactly what it all entails. But I want to congratulate the Minister of Justice for pushing this, and of course I want to congratulate as well and single out the leader of the US party, Mr. Franz Richardson, Member of Parliament, who was very adamant during the negotiations and discussions for the formation of this coalition that the camera project be of importance. So congratulations to all of those who have been and will be part of this. Helma Etnell and her team at Telcel, and the contractor who is awarded the job, Mr. Bromet, and all the others who will be involved. Soon we will see how it works, but I'm here to, on behalf of government, say thank you for coming, congratulations, and we hope that after phase 1, we will see phase 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that the entire island will soon be covered by surveillance cameras, which will make St. Maarten a safer place for us, the people who live here, for our children, and for the millions who we invite and welcome every year to our shores. Thank you, and God bless.
Today, we are here because St. Maarten has reached another milestone. People who recognize the importance of safety and security may ask, why now? And if someone asks that question, I can understand where he or she is coming from. If we look at the accidents and serious crimes that take place around the world and the role that surveillance cameras have in the investigation of these crimes, I can understand the question, why now? Or only now? But don't forget, Sint Maarten is a country that is less than 6 years old. Sint Maarten needs space to grow. In Papiamento, we have a way of saying, a chicken that produces a golden egg. For Sint Maarten, the chicken that produces the golden egg is called tourism. If you take in consideration how the cruise lines score a country on the safety and security level of the country before the cruise ship bring their ships and passengers to the country, you will understand the value of this camera project. Having surveillance cameras in Spilsberg gives a feeling of security. Nobody wants to be on camera while he or she is committing a crime. Surveillance cameras prevent crimes and vandalism to happen. The camera is not only to keep you safe as a person, but it's also a safety for your properties. With these cameras, this government wants to prevent crime to happen. If a crime happens, the police has it on tape. With these cameras, or with this camera project, the police can react or respond quicker on every accident. These cameras increase the possibility to catch a criminal, as it said, red-handed. And at the end, the prosecutor has in his or her hand a crucial piece of evidence. These cameras gonna be monitored 24 hours a day by the police. All over in the town, we are going to put signs that indicate that there are surveillance cameras in the town. The same way you see all over the world, for instance, when you are on vacation. When you make a speech about a topic, you always try to sell the product of the topic as good as possible. That's normal. I have been taught that sometimes in your speech, you have to recognize the challenges too. In my research, I have found some challenges that surveillance camera can have. The first and only challenge I want to talk about was a question. And the question is, what about my privacy? Someone answered this question with, what type of privacy you need being in the public? Another one made the comment, if you don't have anything to hide, just feel safe. These two answers give me the feeling that the public recognize the importance of a camera. I hope that that is the way our own people look at it too. Ladies and gentlemen, These cameras are yours. Please protect them. The competition for the golden egg I just spoke about, becomes more and more difficult. This camera project can be the reason to make the difference in favor of Sint Maarten. So protect them. Teach your children, brothers, sisters, and everyone you know about the importance of these surveillance cameras. You never know when these cameras can save your life or the life of your loved one. This project became a reality thanks to my staff, the staff of the Chief of Police, and the staff of Dcomm. To all of you, thank you. Sint Maarten, congratulations with the surveillance camera project. I am proud to be the one who can launch this project. But I have to recognize I couldn't be able to do this without the support of my colleagues. Ministers, thank you for your support in this. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to invite you to enjoy the ribbon cutting and feel safe. God bless you all.
I would like to first congratulate the police, the Minister of Justice, County Sint Maarten, and all inhabitants for the start of something wonderful. As Dcomm Group, on behalf of Dcomm Group, I would like to also extend my gratitude that the government of Sint Maarten took the liberty to use Dcomm Group as their partner to combat crime. People ask me all the time, why are you fighting for this project as Dcomm Group? And I keep telling them, first, I have a few reasons. The first one is, as a citizen, as a mother, I would like to be safe. I want the children to be safe on the island. And as a business person, we know, as the minister said rightfully, the golden egg. Our economy depends on tourism. A tourist will go where it is safe. So we would also like to drive them to our lovely paradise and make sure that they can enjoy their vacation in a safe environment. And thirdly, I'm a telco. What drives a telco these days is bandwidth. Years ago, when no other telco saw the need, Dcomm Group stood up and invested 17 million for a fiber optic cable from Sint Maarten to Puerto Rico. No other telco was willing to join us. We are proud that we did it. We also continued and invested on the island a fiber backbone. So everybody was laughing at us. You put millions on the ground and everybody was going wireless. And today we are proud. When you want to watch your Roku box, although it is illegal, your Wow TV, you need bandwidth and you need fiber. So right now we use it on the island mostly for entertainment and gaming, but also now for security and hopefully shortly for cloud computing. So as a Dcomm Group, we are proud that as a government-owned company that we saw the need, had a vision, and invested in bandwidth that is needed for this important project. So we would like to extend our thanks to the government and especially the Minister of Justice. I always tell him he's such a kind father over justice, to believe in the Dcomm Group and to make us a partner in combating crime. And I can assure you that we will not let you down. You will be very proud when you will see live images of all the bad things and the good things that will happen in Sint Maarten. Additionally, I also promised the Minister of Justice, I told him, we are only going to now commit to phase 1. And phase 1 is a small area. It is a costly project, so we need much more phases. So I told him, I want to appeal to the business community, and I committed as Dcomm Group to start meetings with the business community because we all have to contribute to a safe environment. we all prosper if Sint Maarten is safe. So I will assist the Minister of Justice to have meetings with other big businesses, with the Chamber of Commerce, to see how we can help to implement phase 2 and phase 3 so that all of us can be safe. Once again, thanks on behalf of the TLM Group, and I would like to congratulate the Minister of Justice, the police, and the community of Sint Maarten for reaching this milestone. Many, many thanks.
With protocol established, I want to still recognize the presence of His Excellency the Governor, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable President of Parliament, and all the members of Parliament, ministers that are present. Normally it says we leave the best for last. I'm not sure if this is going to be the best news that we left for last, but I think we should still speak about it. Speaking about a camera project, and I want everybody to be very careful when we speak about a camera project. One, it's not a deterrent to crime. It's an instrument that is used to help keep safety on, for instance, Sint Maarten. For the police, that means we'll be able to see before, during, and after a crime is being committed. In essence, a bit of a contradiction. In essence, that will mean for Sint Maarten and for people who talk about crime in numbers, in essence, that will mean for Sint Maarten that all the numbers will go up before they come to a stable halt. So we will see more. There will be more cases that the police will have to deal with. So there will be more hours. I've heard many people say when you have the cameras you need less police officers. I've heard many people say when you have cameras you have less crime. That is not completely correct. So we'll see more. There will be more hours put in by the police officers. But there will be a lot more crimes solved. And eventually, everyone will understand how it works, and indeed, after a period of time, your numbers diminish. So in the coming years, for the ministers, for sure the Minister of Finance, that shouldn't be enlightening news, and also, I think it's very important that when numbers, crime figures go up, we find a way how to speak about this in the press. If we're speaking about tourism, that is the most important means of income for this country, we should also be very careful and keen how we speak about crime on the country. I want to even take the opportunity and say, when I look at numbers around Caribbean, Sint Maarten is doing pretty well. With these instruments, Sint Maarten will do better. So with that said, I want to thank the government of Sint Maarten. I want to thank the Minister of Justice for finally inaugurating the camera project that I think will be one of the best instruments to help the police force of Sint Maarten keep this community safe. Thank you.